Hi, I'm Venus Sahara and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about hair. Wow, and more specifically about hair loss and telogen effluvium. Last year I was very sick. I was in hospital in February 2021. I had pneumonia, kind of COVID, and yeah, just been in hospital for I don't know how long, 10 days, and then I was at home for about a month in bed. I was so sick. And during that time, everything was fine, well, with my hair. But then 3 months later, in May, I started to realize that I was shedding so much hair, and it made me feel really nervous. So I'm very stressed out, and it got to the point where I was afraid to brush my hair in the morning. I only brushed it once a day, and this brush used to be full of hair if I just brushed it. So I didn't actually brush it too often because I was just afraid to see it kind of like coming out. And also I used to remember going, for dinner or shopping, and I would, reach down to kind of get something out of my bag, and there'd be all these strands of hair just like dangling from the bottom of my hair. It was very, very, very scary. So what I did was I did a lot of research about it, but the first thing I did was actually book an appointment with a dermatologist. I had to wait about 3 weeks for that appointment, but over that time, the shedding kind of resolved itself, and in that time I actually learned a lot about hair care and kind of improved my own hair care rituals and started improving the products I was using, etc. And ever since then I've been enjoying epic hair growth. So if you're going through telogen effluvium, I want to share with you that there is hope. But anyway, I'm making this video today because I saw a couple of my videos on this topic, and they asked me a lot of questions about it. And I thought I would share my experience, but I must underline that every experience is unique. And there are different types of hair loss, and telogen effluvium is only one type. For example, that means there are 3 stages of hair growth, and it's basically something that happens a few months after a trauma. It could be childbirth, it could be a car accident, it could be an illness, whatever, and that's what it was for me. So you have to kind of go to a dermatologist to make sure that it's this type of hair growth, because if it is, then it's temporary and it will get better. There are other types of hair loss that might not be temporary, so that's very, very important, and I cannot emphasize that enough, that the answers you will find with a dermatologist. But anyway, I'm going to answer some of these questions based on my own experience, and just to give some hope if you do have some telogen effluvium, because some people, many people do get over it and it's all fine and your hair goes back to how it was. And in my case, I think it's got even better because I've learned so much about good hair care that it's really, really helped. I had my hair cut this week. I only cut it twice a year. So I remember, if you look at my videos from February, that's the last time I had it cut, it was about up to here as well, but then it's gone down to, I like to kind of like have it really quite long, so it has grown so much. Anyway, so someone asked me, so here are some questions. So, did your hair grow back to be full volume? Absolutely, definitely. So if you're going through telogen effluvium, there's definitely hope that you can have full volume. I'm not sure if that's going to happen to you exactly, but that's definitely possible. And how long did it take to make me feel normal again? Well, for me, I think it took about a couple of months until the shedding stopped, and I started to notice all these tiny hairs growing on my scalp, which, even though it takes a long time to grow, they kind of gave a feeling of volume, which was nice. I remember October last year, I was taking pictures of, I couldn't believe my hair growth from May to October because it had just grown so much. So it didn't take that long, actually. The shedding for me lasted about 6 weeks. And then the growth just started going woo. But I remember when I did actually get my blood results back, and the only thing that was kind of like out of whack was my vitamin D. So I started taking vitamin D supplements. But there are many things that can affect hair growth. For example, it could be hormones, it could be iron, it could be zinc, so many things, and vitamin D as well, some of the B vitamins. And I also started taking a supplement similar to this, which had biotin in it and lots of things for hair growth. It wasn't this particular one, this is the one I'm taking at the moment, but it was another one from a brand called Vega Vero, which is the brand I have my vitamin D with, and it was a biotin supplement, so I was taking that as well, and I really noticed that it started to really improve. But I did so many different things, it's difficult to attribute the actual success of it down to any particular thing. And also, I didn't brush my hair too often as my brush. I used to just do it once a day, and I didn't wash it very often. I used to wash it twice a week, which is what I'm doing now, because I was just too afraid of it even more coming out in the shower, you know, and then having to brush it again when it's wet, which means it's kind of like not as, it's a bit more fragile. Some more tips for it to end sooner. Well, I think it just has to kind of, I don't know how I can tell you that, because I mean, I don't know, it's just like a phase of hair growth. So for me, I think this sounds a bit weird, but what happened was when I actually made that appointment with the dermatologist, it seemed to miraculously start to kind of improve from that point. It could be a complete chance that, but I think it's really the best thing to do is to make that appointment with your dermatologist. And even though this particular person who's written to me says that they've had a full blood analysis, I mean, you don't know if they're looking for these things that affect hair, such as hormones and vitamin D, etc. Because I know in the UK what they call a full blood test is not really a full blood test. You know, it's not checking everything. So you have to, you know, look specifically for things that do affect hair, and that's something that your dermatologist will know something more about. How did I manage the stress? Another thing I did to kind of like help with the growth is actually buying rosemary essential oil. And I used to have, before I washed my hair, I used to make a mix of coconut oil with rosemary essential oil and mix it up, and then kind of like massage my scalp with it. And then in the winter, when the coconut oil was solid, I would buy jojoba oil, which is also good for the hair. So I'd really kind of massage it into the scalp. Because also I noticed at that time when I was losing my hair that my scalp was really dry. And I also changed shampoo, which is something that really helped me, because I was using a shampoo that I was trying to all be, you know, vegan friendly and eco, and with this solid shampoo that was handmade, but then it was so harsh on my scalp that I had to change to another shampoo by a brand called Urticram. I've made another video about all the products that I use on my hair. I'm going to link to in the description below. But since I kind of changed that kind of like helped. I did notice that changing shampoo did help, and I actually bought an organic children's shampoo, and it was in the bottle, so you know, it was actually, you know, if you don't like plastic, it's actually made from sugarcane, so that's pretty good, and that really did improve a lot. And also children's shampoos tend to have milder ingredients, so I thought that I wanted to have something very mild for my own hair, and that really did help. And how did I manage the stress during this time? Well, I didn't tell anyone about it because I was just so ashamed. I was just feeling like I was a bit, I guess a part of me was in denial and just didn't want to see, and just until I actually made that appointment with the dermatologist. But I've always been someone who meditates, and as soon as I kind of researched about it and discovered things about Telogen Effluvium, and knowing that it seemed to be what I had, and I realized that it was a temporary thing, that kind of put me at ease. And then just making the appointment, I was doing everything I could to make it better, you know, because I think you need the help of a professional just to make sure, you know, and going to a herbal shop as well to actually get the supplements and rosemary essential oil. So I did those things, and so I just kind of I'm quite resourceful with my stress in any area of life. Anything that's going on with me that becomes a challenge becomes a huge learning experience. So I learned so much about hair in this time that I'm quite grateful, actually, because now there's no way I would use a normal shampoo again, or be blow drying my hair or straightening my hair or doing terrible things to it. You know, people always tell me to do the curly girl method because I have quite curly hair, but why would I want to be blow drying my hair? I think natural is best, nature is wise. So yeah, I don't do anything harmful to my hair at all. And then someone asked, and then another question, how did you sleep, with your hair up or loose? Well, I have it loose, just loose all the time. And did I use a silk pillowcase? Well, no, because I am vegan, so there's no way I would use a silk pillowcase, but I have heard that they are great for hair and also for the face. I might investigate the satin ones, because that's the kind of vegan equivalent, and they're supposed to be quite good for your hair as well. If you're not vegan and you're interested in that, a silk pillowcase, people do swear by them. And how long did it take to see regrowth? Well, not that too long, actually, just about 8 weeks, which seems a long time, but I mean, once you start seeing that regrowth, it kind of like shifts your mood. Well, it did for me anyway. It may help me feel a bit more hopeful than hopeless. And how long to see a full ponytail? Well, I don't really do ponytails, but now I'm going to show you my ponytail. I'm actually going to brush my hair now. Well, I haven't brushed it yet today, so this is today's brushing. And yeah, so maybe I should be a bit more gentle. So let's just show a ponytail. Yeah, I'm all natural. I don't like to use any styling products or anything like that. And it's incredible because years ago I used to always use all these different things such as serums and all these things for frizzies and all that, and I just realised that the less you use these things, the less you need them, in my humble opinion. So let's see the ponytail effect. Oh, so hot here, so hot. Okay, so ponytail is still quite good. Yeah, it's quite a good ponytail. I feel that it's thicker than it was a couple of years ago, so I think all the things I've been doing are really, really helping. And I don't, to actually kind of ease this kind of, let's say, frizz, I use this oil called Body Shop Boost Shine On Hair and Body Oil. I actually discovered this just out of practicalities because I went to Portugal, and obviously with the liquids limitations on the plane, this is quite a good thing to bring because it's 100 mils, and I was able to use it on my body and on my hair, and it's got this incredible mandarin and bergamot scent I think it's from essential oil, so it's really, really, really nice. And I can use it on my body and my hair, and it's not taking up too much space in my bag. So here we have it, and it smells amazing. So I don't actually wear deodorant or perfume or anything, so I got this like nice bitter orange scent from anyone who comes near to me. So yeah, that's my hair routine for today. I kind of find a better parting for it, but that's just it. I just think less is more with hair, and you don't want to be messing around with loads of products and hair dryers and heating treatments and dyes and stuff like that. It has to be that nature is best, and I think it's good to reevaluate your hair rituals if you're going through something like hair. Telogen Effluvium. And the last question she asked is, did I ever think about extensions or wigs? Well, extensions, absolutely no way, because extensions do ruin your hair and they ruin your scalp. I mean, a lot of people wear extensions for years on end and then they end up having bald patches. So I'd never put anything in my hair that's gonna, need to kind of, be tied to my normal hair and then make it heavy and then weak. There's just absolutely no way I would do that. And wigs, no, I never thought about that. The only thing I would have done if things had got worse is actually having some form of hair transplant or something like that. I did actually Google some hair clinics here in Barcelona, and they seem to have solutions for kind of hair loss. So that's something I would have done instead of having a wig. Obviously, here in Barcelona with this heat, I'm not sure how comfortable it would be to wear a wig, but I've seen some incredible wigs on Instagram where they look so natural, and the woman kind of like lifts up and you're like, whoa, that's amazing. So it's great that these things exist and they're looking more and more natural, and even the scalp is convincing. It's great that these things exist, so there's always a solution to it. And I really admire people who do go through alopecia and more kind of permanent hair loss, then they can rock the bald look, which is very admirable, which I think is amazing. But not everyone wants to do that, which is fine, and there are other solutions. So anyway, I hope this helps. And another thing I think is great, obviously I have to say again, rosemary's essential oil, because I just think it is absolutely amazing, and it's really helped my scalp health, because obviously if you want to have good hair, you've got to have a healthy scalp. So that's something to look into as well. But I'm going to link below a video of all the products that I use on my hair. And they're not that many products, but everything is like really natural and good for my hair. No kind of false advertising claims. It's as natural as possible, and obviously it's working really well because now it's quite thick. I do have quite fine hair, but there's a lot of it, but it grows super, super fast. So yeah, we will see how fast this grows over the next few months. Anyway, I hope this helps anyone going through Telogen Effluvium, and please book an appointment with your dermatologist if you're going through this. Okay, thanks for watching, and if you have any more questions, just leave a comment in the comment section below. If you've been through this and you'd like to offer any more advice, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Okay, thanks for watching, and see you soon.